Hey all, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Now before I get into this video, I just wanted to address if you read my community post and I said I was taking a step back from making content and you're wondering why is this guy recording a video now after he's posted that just a few days ago, you'd be right, but everything I said in it was true, including the part where I said that I quite enjoy making the videos. So I might still post videos every now and then. You might get a few updates. I won't commit to weekly updates. I won't commit to a specific schedule. I'll just make videos that I feel like making when I want to give you an update, when something exciting happens, when there's something I want to talk about. Some weeks you might not get videos. Some weeks you might get 2 videos. Who knows? So as you know, Tribbie's come out, and I did say previously that I was going to try to get her because I wasn't doing videos anymore. I wasn't recording my pulls, but it was actually super awesome. Let's get into my pull history and I'll explain to you what happened. So if we go into warps and we open up here our history, so this is where I got Tribbie, right? It was actually the first pull of my last 10 pull, which is awesome because I get some free 9 pity from that. But if we go back a few pulls, let's see what happened. So if we go back on my pull history, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. So in between my 2 Tribbies, there were only 26 pulls. And yes, I got an E1 Tribbie. But if we go back even further, we've got 3 pulls here before my Tribbie, 8 pulls, 13 pulls, 8. Wait a minute. There's a Robin there? What? 14, 15, 16. I had 16 pity from my Robin into Tribbie. I pulled my first Tribbie, 17 pulls after my Robin, and then, as we've already established, I got my second Tribbie 27 pulls later. So in total, from 0 pity, we only spent 44 pulls to get E1 Tribbie. Now that's insanely lucky, and I was super happy. I'm so sad that I didn't actually record any of these pulls, but they did happen on separate days because the first day I got Tribbie, I didn't have as many pulls, and then the second day I was like, okay, let me farm the overworld a little bit to try to get some pulls so I can see if I can get E1 Tribbie. And my plan was I got really early Tribbie, and E1 Tribbie is really solid. So I was thinking, okay, I'll put in 30 pulls. If I get a Tribbie, that's E1 Tribbie, that's amazing. If I don't, I stop there and I just keep saving for Castrus. And guess what? On my third 10 pull, I got a Tribbie, and apparently it was the very first pull of that 10 pull. So yeah, I'm super stoked. This was super lucky, and I did win both 50/50s, which means that so far I've gotten 5 5-star characters, and I have won every single 50/50 so far. This account is pretty lucky. Early pities, winning 50/50s. The only thing I've really lost was the 75/25 on the Robin Light Cone, which can be good because I might go for that Castrus signature. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I did build my Tribbie. She is kind of fully built at this point. There are things that could be improved, like some of the substats on her relics. There's one relic I still need to replace. Right now we're sitting at 88 speed. I'm working with slow Tribbie because she's easier to build. And we've got a crit rate of 50% and 105% crit damage, which to me is excellent because in actual combat that goes up quite a bit because I did put on these relic sets that increase my crit damage by 28% and increases my crit rate by 32%. Plus, I have Herta with another erudition, so I get an extra 80% crit damage. I'm actually looking at here about 82% crit rate and 200 and a bit crit damage percent. And I've been playing around with Tribbie, and she is definitely great in this team specifically, and I'm sure she's going to be great with Castrus, so I'm super stoked to have gotten her. Getting Tribbie allows me to move Robin into a second team. And yeah, my traces are level 8. I'm gonna leave them there for at least the immediate future, but I did level up all the other traces, so these are looking pretty good. She's pretty much built. I need to find some new boots because these are 4 stars. I need to get an HP percent 5-star boots, but other than that, my build is pretty solid. I feel like I can leave her like this for a long time and she'll do a lot of work for the account. Also, real quick, I put on DDD on Tribbie, which is an excellent pick for her, so I don't feel at all like I need to pick up her signature. And if you want to know what the other characters are looking like, here's a quick update. So my Herta is level 80. Light Cone, I put it up to level 80 as well. I haven't built any traces. I'm still missing this key trace that pretty much doubles my ultimate damage. Missing some stat traces. I want to get these up to 10. And then the relics are still the same, 4-star relics. I'm going to be working on these over the next few weeks. Small Herda is kind of like the same still, level 70s, level 70 light cone. Traces are the same, missing a lot of traces. Relics are the same, so not a lot of change there. In general, for this team, these two characters have seen some growth. These two are pretty much the same. I've also leveled March 7th to level 80, her light cone swordplate to level 80. Her traces are still the same, relics are still the same, they're pretty decent. Robin, she's pretty much the same as before, level 70, level 60 light cone. Traces are just built enough, missing this key trace here. Other than that, these are pretty much the developments of the account recently, but having E1 Tribbie is truly great, and I'm super stoked about that. And I've already seen the effect of this. I was testing this team in Pure Fiction, which is where it shines the most. So if we go here into Pure Fiction, I ran 1 through 3 with this team on auto. So this is auto. I didn't really care about the second half because I still need to work on that team. I just wanted to see how well it performs. Obviously for the first one, they got 40k on their node. For the second one, 40k on their node. And for the third one, almost 40k on their node. And this was in auto. I could probably get 40k on this one as well. And I wanted to see how well can we do in floor 4 on Herda's side. Now obviously here we were going to swap the teams. We're going to put this team on the second half. It is an ice weakness node, so we're going to go into there and let's see how well we do. And I can show you kind of how Tribbie plays if you haven't seen, but I'm pretty sure most people have seen at this point because Tribbie is a very popular character right now. I haven't even done this Pure Fiction before, not even on my main. Let's see how this goes. The first thing we want happening is getting that Tribbie ult off, right? So get that off as soon as possible. If we look at her stats, by the way, she is sitting at 81% crit rate, 213% crit damage, which is really solid. Okay, we want to get all these ults off just so we get as many follow-up attacks as possible here from Tribbie. Okay, now we get Lynx's ult off as well. And then we want to get her ult up again because Herda's got her ult as well. Which will trigger another follow-up attack. So you can see like Tribbie's damage actually is very significant. Boom. Okay, so that's wave 1. And we're still like on the first cycle with a team that can still be much improved. Small Herda is level 70. D Herda is level 80, but her traces are still level 70, missing one of her major traces that doubles her ultimate damage and some minor traces that give her stat increases. They're both still rocking 4-star relics, so a lot of stat increases can come from there. They don't have speed tuning. They don't have good crit ratios at all. So you can see, even though this team is super underbuilt, it is still performing exceedingly well. And let's see how well we can do on this side actually. Get the follow-up attack. See, 73k, that's not negligible damage. $198k. So there we go, 25,240. That's about 5,000 off of what we need to clear this stage and to get the full star on one end, which is not bad considering how underbuilt the theme is. So yeah, one attempt, we nearly got the 30k, which allows us to clear it, and that's enough on one half to get full stars. Mind you, this team is still super underbuilt, right? The Herd is still missing a major trace. She's only level 70 on her skill traces, missing some minor traces, still on 4-star relics. And then Small Herda also on 4-star relics, still level 70. Her light cone level 70, missing lots of traces as well. Lynx is level 70, but with a level 60 light cone, underbuilt traces. Tribbie is the only character that's kind of like decently built. So the fact that there's so much room to improve, we almost cleared the final Pure Fiction fight with this team is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be working on making my D Herda much stronger, making my Small Herda much stronger. In general, I'm going to be focusing on this team. And I think by the end of it, we should be able to get easy 40Ks even on the final fight, which is great. I'm super happy to have gotten E1 Tribbie. She's going to be a great piece for this team. And then once we do get Castris, she's also going to slot into that team really well. And then we can bring Robin back into this team. I think we're really solid. We've gotten really lucky with the 50-50s, low pities. I don't know how relatable this account is, but it is free to play. But this was a major boon. So right now we're sitting at 2,600 jades and 2 pulls. I think we might have a few pulls that we can get here as well. Yeah, plus 3 pulls here. We've still got all that stuff that I haven't gotten around to doing, like the quests. I've started gathering the chests. That's where I got most of my pulls for Tribbie. Still have a few left, but we do get to save a lot for Castress. Plus she's coming out on the anniversary. You know, we're gonna get a bunch of pulls there, a bunch of new content that will give us pulls. So I think we are pretty much guaranteed on Castress pretty easily from now until then. She will probably rerun with a good support. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this team goes, how well it performs. Do count on more updates like this. I just don't know how frequently. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out tomorrow, so I'm super hyped for that. I'm going to be focusing a lot on that on my free time. Don't expect a ton of videos, but I do enjoy making videos, especially when something that makes me happy like this happens. So yeah, there will be updates for this. There will be updates for Wuthering Waves, just not at the frequency that I had initially promised. So I'm sorry for that, but this is more of a side hobby. And if I do too much with it, you know, I'm going to start not enjoying it as much. So I would rather keep this as something that I really enjoy doing, communicating with you guys. Again, there might be weeks that no video comes out. Then there might be weeks where 2 videos come out. And I hope that even though it's not with the frequency that I had originally planned, I hope you're happy that I will still be sticking around, even if not as frequently. I might also stream a few times because it is nice having the company. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Did you pick up Tribbie? How did your pulls go? What are your plans? I'd love to know. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.